and Wally. Corny Carbone. Violet and Wally wanted to be famous explorers someday. They were in their clubhouse imagining an expedition when Violet suddenly remembered something. Tomorrow is show and tell school. We should share some facts about an interesting sea animal, she told Wally. Zebras are the most interesting animals in the world, Wally said. I love their stripes. Outside was a coral reef. Colorful fish swam all around it, but they were all creatures that Violet and Wally had seen before. I'm sure we'll find an interesting animal here, Violet said. She took her notebook and pencil and handed Wally a magnifying glass. Watch out, he yelled. I see a tiger. Violet looked through the magnifying glass and saw orange and black and white stripes. It's okay, Wally, that's a clownfish, she said. They live in the sea anemones. Oh, right, said Wally, breathing a sigh of relief. We had a clownfish in our class at school. The two friends went back to exploring. It was not long before Wally spotted. Oh no, he yelled, jumping back. Leap hard. Violet looked at the orange and black circles. That had frightened Wally. That's a flamingo. Tongue snail, she said, laughing. It eats soft coral. Phew, Wally replied. Wally decided to take another look through the magnifying glass. A black and white animal came into the view. Look, he shouted, I found it, a zebra. Zebras live on land, remember? Violet said. That's an anglefish. They are brave and curious, just like us. Oh, Wally said. Do you want a turn with the magnifying glass? Wally asked. Sure, Violet replied. She handed Wally her notebook and pencil and peered through the lens. I see a dark eye, Violet said. Wally drew a dark eye. I see a long neck, she added. Wally sketched a long neck. I see a lot of brown spots, she said. Wally added, lot of brown spots. He looked at his picture. It looked just like a giraffe. Whoa, Violet said, looking closer. I saw. It was only one, but there are a lot of them. Are they coming towards us? Run, Wally yelled as they swam behind a rock. Violet knew that things were not always as they seemed. It was time to investigate. As she carefully swam closer, Violet realized that the animals weren't giraffes. They were seahorses. She saw a seahorse baby with hundreds of tiny babies. Wally, Violet called. They're seahorses. Really? Wally slowly swam out from behind the rock. Hello, Violet said to the seahorse. My name is Violet, and the narwhal over here is my best friend Wally. We're explorers. Wally waved, but he was still a little nervous. Nice to meet you, said the seahorse, waving his tail. My name is Winston, and I just gave birth to all these babies. Congratulations on your baby, Winston, Violet said. They sure are cute, Whaley added. I thought that mothers, not fathers, have babies. Violet said. Usually they do, Winston said, but not Seahorse's father carried their eggs in their pouches and gave birth. Violet and Willie looked at each other. They both knew they had found the perfect animal to talk about for show and tell. May we draw a picture of your new family to show our class? Violet asked. Of course, Winston replied. Whaley quickly drew a picture of Seahorse and his baby. He showed Winston and Violet the drawing. Then they all waved goodbye. Violet and Whaley spent the rest of the day learning more about seahorses. Whaley realized that Violet had been right. These really were interesting creatures for them to discover right in their own neighbors. At school next day, Violet and Whaley told the class about Winston and his babies. Amazing, their teacher said. Seahorses are unquit. Great exploring, you two. The end.